Yo, it's Trent. Hope everyone's having a good day, good weekend so far. And they closed the store with me inside of it, Storytime, or me inside Storytime. So it was a Subway, if anybody was wondering. It wasn't even like a big store, right? You may think like, hey, you go into Target and go to the bathroom, or maybe you're at a clothes store, you're trying stuff on. Maybe they start closing. No, this was a small Subway, okay? So let's talk about this. First of all, we got to set the stage, right? I don't remember. It wasn't a road trip, but we were going somewhere, right? And it was me, my grandpa, and my little sister. And at the time, I'm like, let's say 12 or 13, right? So my sister is like 4 or 5, right? She's young. And what would happen is, like, I don't know if she would just pretend or lie or just a little kid thing, but she used to say she had to go to the bathroom, right, when she didn't have to go to the bathroom. So the reason this is important is because along this drive that we were making, we stopped a lot of times where no one had to go to the bathroom, right? Like, we just stopped to stop when we didn't need to. And I won't say it made, like, my grandpa and me super annoyed, but it was just a thing we kept in our mind. Like, if my sister, my little kid sister, says she has to go to the bathroom, let's just wait a minute and see if she actually has to go or if she's just saying it, right? Because it's not like she was doing that on purpose. She was a little kid. She would just say it, right? She'd be like, I have to go to the bathroom. And like, but I think she just didn't want to be in the car. Who knows, right? But because of that, there was a good, like, 2 hour, 3 hour, maybe almost 4 hour stretch where we didn't pull over at all. Not for gas, not for the bathroom, not for food, right? So by the time that we finally get into this town, and I know it was somewhere far away because I don't even remember what state. I don't know what town we were in. I don't know anything about that, right? All I know is it was like close to 10 p.m. It was like 9:40, maybe 9:47, right? And my stomach had been boiling, right? I did not have to pee. Like, I needed to go to the bathroom, and it needed to happen sooner than later, right? Sorry for that, but I'm just letting you know, right? So we're looking for places that might be open, and we pulled into this little strip, you could say, and every place looked closed except for Subway. They looked open, right? And there was a guy inside. So we get there and we pull up to the parking lot, and my grandpa's like, hey, do you want food too? And I'm like, sure, but I can't even think about that right now. I just need to go to the bathroom, right? So because I was younger, I didn't have a job. I was like 12 or 13, right? He gives me some money and he's like, here you go, just get food when you're done, we'll be out here. And I don't know if he wasn't paying attention. He was probably just looking at his phone or like hanging out with my sister. They were probably like just talking, entertaining the little kid, whatever. He wasn't paying attention to the store. I can tell you that much, right? Because I got no warning. I go in there, the guy's ordering, right? And I go to the bathroom, or I asked to go to the bathroom. And the guy's like, yep. And he didn't even say, like, hey, we're closing soon. Could you go quick? And no mention of that whatsoever, right? So I'm in there. I go to the bathroom, or I don't go to the bathroom. I sit down, start going to the bathroom, and I'm just sitting there looking at my phone, doing whatever I'm doing my business, Let's just say about 10 minutes later, right? I start hearing some noises, and I'm not talking about myself or the toilet, right? I'm talking about, like, behind me, like, through the wall. I could hear just a lot of things going on, and I knew there was only one worker in the store, so I didn't know what was going on, right? But it just sounded like he was putting stuff away, right? And that's what he was doing, but I didn't know that, right? It just sounded like something was going on behind me. In reality, the guy, I'm sure, was closing, like cleaning up stuff, sweeping, putting stuff on shelves. I'm sure that's what I heard, because like when I worked at Jimmy John's, I worked at a sandwich shop too. Behind the wall where no one can see, that's where you put all the shit. So I'm sure they have to do the same thing for Subway, right? So I'm sure, that's what he was doing when I was going to the bathroom. Well, I'm sitting there, and I texted my grandpa that, hey, this is going to take a little while, like, I've been waiting for this, like, it's going to be a little bit, right? I was impacted. And so I'm sitting there just waiting to, finish up. And what happens? The lights turn off, right? And before the bathroom light turned off, I just want to say the outside light turned off first. So, like, there was a crack under the door, right? And you could easily see, like, not the orange or yellow light, but you know what I'm talking about? Like, where you can just see light underneath the door. Like, if you're in a dark room or whatever. Like, it was lighter. It was like LED, not LED, but like the bright lights in the main room and in the bathroom. It was like dim lights. So you could see the lights underneath, right? they turn off. And for a second, I thought it was just like a timer thing, or maybe like half of the store turns dark when no one's over there, but like when I open the door, it'll turn on. That's what I was thinking, right? Well, not like 30 seconds later when the bathroom lights turn off too, and I knew then that they were closing because the way it sounded, it didn't just sound like someone turning off a light switch. Like if I did the light switch in the bathroom and there wasn't even a light switch, it was just one of the timer things, right? So I could press it and it would turn on, but it would turn on for like not even 10 seconds and turn right back off. And every time it would turn off, it didn't, like I said, it didn't sound like a light switch. It sounded like literally the whole place shutting down. It was like, you know, and then the lights would just turn off. So I'm just sitting there and I put my flashlight on and I was like, whatever, I'll sit in the dark, right? But for some reason, I thought for sure that the guy was just turning off the lights, right? I did not think into it like at all. I just wasn't smart. I was just dumb, right? I was in my head, I was like, this guy, I didn't even think of the idea that he could be leaving the store, the worker, right? Like, I thought for sure he knew I was in there, which he did, but, like, he could have forgotten. I'm sure it got busy, or, like, he forgot I was in there, right? But I was thinking, there's no way this guy can forget about me. Didn't even enter my mind, right? I finish up my stuff, right? Wash my hands, and I go outside, and obviously the bathroom door, I locked it so I could unlock it. But once I got out there, I'm just standing in this subway, dude. It's pitch black. I'm looking out the windows, and obviously I can see my grandpa's car out there, but I'm just looking around like, what the hell, dude? And I go to push the door open, and because I'm a little kid, I didn't think about it, but I go to push it, and it was locked, right? And I started panicking instantly. Like, when I was a little kid, right, if I ever slept over somewhere, or just at my own house, if I woke up and I was home alone, like if I looked out in the driveway and I didn't see my mom's car, I didn't see my grandpa's car, I didn't see someone's car, I would just start getting real anxious, like almost a panic attack, right? I started getting that feeling because I thought I was locked in there, right? I wasn't thinking about how it locks from the inside. Like, I could have just unlocked it, right? But I started flipping out because I didn't think about that. I didn't know that, you know, I was able to unlock myself. I just started freaking out. I was like, I'm trapped in here. And I call my grandpa, and this was the scariest thing ever for me, right? Because he's sitting right there. I'm looking at his car, right? I'm looking at him, and he didn't answer the phone. So I started real panicking because I didn't know you could unlock the door. I'm like shaking the door, and I didn't want to make an alarm go off. I was aware of that. I was like, you don't want to break anything. But I was standing here like waving to my grandpa like, hey, I'm locked in the subway. Come help me, right? And I'm standing there at the door waving my hands, and sure enough, finally, he opens the window or looks down, he's like looking at me, and he threw his hands up like this, like, what are you doing, right? And then I don't know, I can't remember if I called him again or if he called me back while looking at me, but there was a call that happened, and on the phone, I'm like, hey, I'm locked in right here, like, come unlock it for me. And he's like, the guy left? I don't think he left. And he's like, oh, I don't see another car in the parking lot. So the guy just let me go to the bathroom and then just locked up and dipped, right? And I've closed at workplaces. It takes like 30 minutes to close, doesn't it? Or like an hour sometimes. How did he close so fast? How do you not remember someone's in the bathroom? I don't know. But my grandpa was able to tell me, like, hey, you're the one that unlocks the door. You can unlock it from in there, right? And he even told me, he's like, lock it when you shut it, right? So he wasn't even mad that his grandson got locked in there. I was young, too. I was like 12 or 13. I was scared, dude. I got locked in a damn subway. No one cared except me. I was just like, that's fucked up, right? Like, if I was a subway worker and someone went to the bathroom right before I was closing it, I'd be annoyed, don't get me wrong, but I wouldn't forget they were in there or intentionally just leave a little kid in the bathroom. That's messed up, dude. I was scared, but what are you gonna do about it, right? But just a quick little announcement. One, I'm in my room again because my car's, dude, they're not going to be able to fix my car until like a week from Tuesday or Wednesday because a whole bunch of shit's wrong with that. I don't even want to say because car people will know, but there's transmission problems and like, ugh, no one wants that shit, dude. That just makes me nauseous. And also puppy videos, because I don't have my car, I can't go see my puppy every day. So that's why I gotta post my Pitbull Shelby, or post the baby, or just post other shorts, because I can't go see the puppy right now. But anyways, thank you for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you ever need anything, you leave a comment. I always answer the positive comments, or I try my best to. And if you really need someone, you're going through something, I got you. My Instagram is same name as my YouTube channel. You can go in there, search me up, or in the channel info on my YouTube. It's linked. You go in there, DM me. I'll get back to you within a day. You're not alone. Thanks for watching. Be safe. Peace out.